Do you plan to study your degree in the UK in a top-ranked university? City University of London has interesting options offering you high-quality education in the UK. Hi, and thank you for joining this live stream study with Into City University of London in the UK. My name is Bustamante, Recruitment Manager for Global Studies. Global Studies is an educational agency which helps you to apply to different destinations. You can contact us to apply to study in the UK, Spain, USA, Germany, United Arab Emirates, Australia, Canada, Italy, Lithuania, Ireland, Malta, France, and many other destinations. You just have to contact us. You have here our contact details. You can write to our email address. You can find us through WhatsApp. Don't forget to follow us in our social media. You can find us in Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube. You just have to find us as Global Studies UK. And you will know more about the different destinations we can offer you and about the offers that our partners have for you. Well, today we are with Hamda Ahmed. She is Student Engagement Marketing Officer for City University of London. Hi, Hamda. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you for that introduction. Happy to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Well, I want to tell you that Hamda is thrilled to be a part of this webinar. She's representing the City Center for Progression to City University of London. Over the years, working in higher education, he has developed a passion for supporting international students throughout their educational journeys. So she's very excited to connect with Intercity agents, students, and parents across the network, and she looked forward to sharing insights about Intercity's exceptional offerings, the vibrant student life in London, and the various programs they provide.
Yes, there's lots on offer studying in London.
Hamda, we have here a short introduction video that I would like to share with the people that is with us now.
Of course.
Studying abroad really develops you as a person, and I believe that the skills you learn from living alone or living in an environment that is totally unlike the one you have been living throughout your life, you become really resilient, you become insightful, and the experiences you learn throughout your time abroad, they remain memorable throughout your life.
Perfect, Hamda. We are really excited because we want to know more about the different options that City University of London has to offer us. And we have here your presentation ready. Please, we would like you to share this with us.
Thank you. So hello everyone. So I will be talking about City University of London and a little bit about the Into Centre as well. So hopefully if you do decide to join us, then you've got a really good understanding of what to expect in terms of your education, and also all the offerings that London's got. Just a little bit of background on the university itself. It is over 125 years old, so it is well established in the city. It's part of something called the University of London Group, and that is made up of around 20 different institutes. So you've got the likes of UCL, LSE, King's College London. City is one of them. And so the real benefit for that, actually, for a student's perspective, is that you're well connected with a lot of the other London universities, and I'll touch on that a little bit later on. We've got over 21,000 students as the student population, and City is very diverse. So it's top 40 in the world for the percent of international students. So if you're looking to join, a university where you'll be surrounded by other international students, and you'll be able to interact, with students coming from all different nationalities. We've got 160 student nationalities represented. So when we say it is a diverse university, it is absolutely just that. Subjects-wise, we're pioneers in engineering, computing, actuarial, and law. Most famously as well, Bayes Business School, and we'll sort of touch on that as well. So that's just sort of a brief overview on the university. Location, we are bang in central London. London is a global centre for business, finance, and technology. Actually, a third of the world's largest companies are headquartered in London. So for a lot of you that might be thinking about, your employability and your next steps and sort of where your degree will take you, being in the city of London is a great sort of location to be in. It's diverse, it's welcoming, it's vibrant. I'm a born and bred Londoner myself, so I think I can sort of speak to how diverse it really is. International students make up 110,000 sort of people, coming from 200 odd countries, and a third of Londoners were born overseas. So really, as soon as you sort of come to the city, you will just get that feeling that actually it's, a melting pot, as they sort of say. In terms of things to do in your social life, you've got over 1,000 museums and galleries, 350 live music venues, 5,000 restaurants. So really, there's just something for everyone. There is always something to do. You'll never get bored being in the city. And yeah, it is a fantastic place to live. It's definitely a popular choice amongst students. So, if you're looking for a new, exciting sort of destination, then definitely considering, being based in London and studying in London is a really good option there. So that's just our college building, which is sort of the famous front of City University. Like I say, we are based in central London. This is the lovely Northampton Square Gardens, where you can sort of get a nice little coffee from that little cafe in the back there. But in regards to City, what is City about? I'd say definitely sort of, as you hear this presentation, there will be some key things that pop out. And one thing that I really want to highlight is employability. So, our courses are designed with input from industry. So that means, for every degree program, it really is tailored to your career, your employability skills, and sort of what you'll be developing. We want our graduates to build the right skills and experience that industry requires. A lot of the courses are professionally accredited. Bayes Business School is triple accredited, and we've got fantastic placement opportunities as well. We work with over 5,000 local and international companies. So again, when we say, a lot of industry experience, you will be exposed to that. We've got a few different schemes that run at the university. We've got something called City Ventures and City Spark, and students can showcase their creativity and fund their ideas. So if there's something that you've been interested in starting, you want to look at starting up a startup company or something like that, you can present that. And you can sort of create your business venture. We really encourage creativity and entrepreneurship at the university, and that's across the subject and the spectrum as well. So, getting into that employability focus, like I say, 5,000 links with local and international organisations. We've got loads of employer events as well. We had over 60 last year. The academics that you'll be taught by have real world industry experience. It goes beyond the theoretical. So you'll be joining a university that really prioritises the practical side of studying. Everything isn't about theory based. You want to be in there. You want to be experiencing exactly what your degree will be like. Career activation is definitely something really special to City University. And that is, you know, a scheme where all undergraduate experience are expected to partake in some form of work experience. You know, everybody has a degree, but what makes you different? And you'll be able to say, yes, you know, I studied for my bachelor's, but also I was able to get work experience working for this company as well. So the university is really big on employability and developing those skills, as we say. And so, you know, for it to be compulsory, you know, to get industry experience one way or another, it's fantastic for you to be able to put on your CV as well. And there is a dedicated careers team. Like I say, you know, our student population is 21,000 students. So there's many students, you know, who'll be looking for work experience. So, you know, there's a lot of staff really on hand to support on that. You know, a range of work placement opportunities. We've got an award-winning professional mentorship scheme. So if you wanted to be mentored by, you know, people in the industry as well, that is something we've got going on at the university. And like I sort of touched on earlier, we do have a dedicated careers team, and they support with job applications, CV writing, interview prep. You know, as you sort of apply and you're looking at which university I should go to, I think it's quite important to also think beyond that, what career you want to get into, and sort of which university will help you get on that path. So again, really, if you're thinking about those next steps and where your employability will take you, then I think City is a really good option to consider as well. We do have an on-site employment agency as well. So if students are looking to have a part-time job, you know, doing, you know, I think a variety of different things the students get up to, then you will be able to get a job on campus as well. So here are just some of the companies that the university works with, or sort of students have either gone on to secure postgraduate sort of placements with, or work experience whilst they sort of study. So you can see, you know, a lot of well-known companies there. We've got JP Morgan. If you're interested in aviation, we've got EasyJet there. We've got Apple for those of you interested in tech. But yeah, an industry for everyone, really. Academic schools. So, you know, what departments do we have? City is split into 6 main schools. So you've got School of Policy and Global Affairs, School of Communication and Creativity, Bayes Business School, School of Health and Psychological Sciences, the Law School, and the School of Science and Technology. So again, there are many degree options that you'll be able to sort of go into if you're studying and wanting to become a student at City University of London. And as I'll touch on shortly, we do have, you know, foundation pathways for students that are interested in studying the foundation route to get onto these different degree programs. So most famously, you may have heard of Bayes Business School, and this was formerly known as Cass Business School. So you'll be joining a world top 60 business school. And actually they did a research where they looked at, you know, 5 years on graduate salaries from all business students in the UK. And actually it was found that the highest earning students were City University of London, Bayes Business School students. So compared to, you know, University of Oxford, University of Cambridge, LSE, Warwick, these are all partaken in that study, actually found that City University of London business graduates were amongst some of the top earners, you know, earning £52,000 on average a year. So again, if you're looking at that employability focus and really what your next steps are, then that's definitely, you know, something to consider. It's a target institute from the likes of Goldman Sachs and IBM. And 90% of our graduates secured a professional role within 15 months. So again, if anyone is interested, you know, maybe even working in the UK after they finish their studies, there's a lot of sort of options there as well. So you'll be following in footsteps of some of our famous alumni. You can see listed here. We've got the director of BP. We've got CEO of Bank of New York. Well, we've got the CEO of Coca-Cola as well. So your tailored route into a world top 60 business school, as I say, Bayes Business School is very well known. That's now 92% of our business foundation achieved, you know, were eligible to progress to City with having some of the highest graduate salaries as well. And moving on to the law school, if you're interested in studying law, there is a fantastic new £63 million recent investment. So it's a brand new building based in central London again. And again, more than just theoretical, there is a practical element as well. And we've got a mock courtroom. So, if you wanted to practice your legal defense skills, and that is available as well. So you will be having some lessons in that. And you've got a dedicated law library as well. So, in terms of facilities, it's City University of London are continuously developing. The law alumni, we've got 4 British prime ministers, 2 Ghanaian presidents, Mahatma Gandhi, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who's the founder of Pakistan. So you'll be following in the footsteps of, world leaders and judges as well. So, like I say, over 125 years, the university is well established in the City of London with some famous alumni. So here are just sort of, to put it in reference, we've got City University located over there, and then the sort of famous legal firms right on our doorstep. Engineering and maths. This is really interesting, actually. We're continuously developing in engineering. It's ranked top 25 in the UK for the likes of electrical and engineering, ranked first in the UK for teaching effectiveness. City are focused on sustainability. So there's loads of sustainability sort of focused now degrees, but also modules. So if you're thinking of, studying the likes of aerospace engineering, there are some great modules for you to study. And they've got fantastic facilities as well. You've got a flight simulator, you've got a racing car workshop, we've got satellites based in Dubai and Germany. And just on the bottom there, you can see the employment opportunities that students have had a chance to work with some of the biggest companies. You've got British Airways there, you've got Ford, you've got EDF Energy. So again, thinking about employability there, if these are some of the companies that, you want to work with and have placement opportunities, then the university supports with that. So we've just got a couple pictures here. This is the flight simulator there. I've actually seen it and it's very impressive in real life. So data science and computer science, we've got the UK's first data science MSI. It is leading for the subject, and actually City University have got something very unique and might be of interest to you if anyone's looking to study computer science. So you're actually able to combine 2 years of paid employment with study as part of the professional pathway scheme. So, if you'll be looking at it as a 4-year degree, 2 of those years will be based studying, and then you've got the option to do 2 years of full-time work with, a said company. So actually you'll be able to very impressively put that on your CV. For example, if you did, 2 years working at Google, for example, as a data scientist, you'll be able to have that, as well as obviously you've got your studies as well. So again, for those looking at employability and really getting the most out of your time being based in London, then that's definitely an option as well. Again, professional placements have included Deloitte, Sony, PlayStation, Microsoft, Goldman Sachs, Disney, to name a few. And last but not least, the arts and social sciences. Media continuously actually ranked first in London and top 100 in the world. We've got a famous journalism department with fantastic facilities. You've got sort of a newsroom on campus. You've got, a lot of editing spaces as well. We'll have a look at some of those pictures. But we also offer economics, psychology, music. So the creative and culture industries at City, have been defining cultural landscapes for over 40 years there. So this is the television studio. Student experience, being based in London, as we sort of touched on, there's loads of things for you to get involved in. We've got a students' union, we've got over 200 clubs and societies. So if you're thinking of joining any sports clubs or continuing that once you move over, then you've got that. Any cultural societies, over 200, I'm sure there's something for you to get involved in. We've got volunteering opportunities, City Sports. So City's University of London's gym is Central London's largest student sport facilities. So it's a great, fantastic space. And that is a picture of the lecture theatre. I think we've got a couple of pictures coming up. Some the law school, library, a few open cafe spaces. So entry requirements, typically you'd be looking at sort of AAA, BBB, we've got postgraduate as well. We're looking at 2-1 or 2-2. It does depend on the subject. Alternatively, you will be completing the Into City International Foundation Programme. And this is us here. You've got the Into City Centre, bang in Liverpool Street. So we're not based on campus. We're not at City University of London, but we're not far. We're just one tube station away. So for students thinking of doing a foundation year, we offer, 4 different foundation pathways: actuarial science, business, economics and accounting, humanities and law, computer science and engineering. So the idea is that you'd study a foundation, take, for example, computer science and engineering, you'd study that foundation, and that will lead to a variety of progression degrees that you can study at City. So you might do the foundation in computing and then progress onto a degree at computer science or data science and games technology. There are a few different combinations there. Likewise, we do offer pre-master's courses as well in law, computer science and engineering, and economics and social sciences, and these lead onto a range of degrees at City University of London. The benefit of doing a foundation year is that it prepares you for your study at City University of London. So the courses that we teach, these are fully validated by the university. So they're the ones who tell us exactly what we need to teach and make sure, that you're best supported before you transition onto year 1 of study. And so the modules that we teach are carefully designed with that in mind, that it's there to prepare you for your studies. We're based again in central London, and we've got a supportive atmosphere. We have over 300 students in centre, all of which are international students. So you will be joining a centre of international students who have taken similar journeys like yourself, who maybe moved over to London for studies. All of you will be progressing, hopefully, to obviously City for your degrees. Last year, our progression to sort of rate was 92%. So, that speaks to the fact that most of our students do end up progressing, and that is a good progression rate there. So students have guaranteed progression to City, providing you meet the requirements of your foundation year. So long as you pass your computer science foundation pathway, you've got your place prepared and confirmed for you at City. We are the only preparation courses that's fully validated and quality assured by City. Our students are members of the university. Like I said, you've got full access to those clubs and societies that I mentioned, guest lectures, student union events. You can use the library, you can use that City sport that I mentioned, all from day 1, including your careers service and access with the careers team. You've got that from day 1. You've got many faculty and staff on hand. Again, you've got access from foundation year. So really the foundation year is a chance for you to settle in and to, figure out exactly what it is that you want to get into. Like I say, if you're interested in computer science, there'll be loads of activities and loads of societies. I know there's a robotics society, there's weekly events and guest speakers that come in to speak to students. And in regards to performance, 85% of Into students end up achieving a first class honours or a 2-1 degree. So our students do end up being top performing students academically once they go on to actually complete their degree. So, you'll be in safe hands really. And so in terms of, the requirements, we've got the fees just on the side and an overview of what your requirement may look like. Of course, if you're interested in studying a foundation year with us, then that is something to obviously let us know, and we can support you with that application. But that is typically what you'd be sort of expected to have before you apply. Accommodation. For students that are over 18, we've got an accommodation option called Magenta House. It's a 10-minute walk from Into City. And that is an ensuite study bedroom where you'll be sharing with 5 other students. And we've got support, from wardens, 24-hour security. You've got laundry facilities. There's a social room, which you can see the picture of just there. And similarly, we've got another accommodation option, and this is for our under 18s, which is, a 25-minute walk, but it is just a 10-minute bus journey as well. And it is the bigger of the two. So most of our students do live there. Again, very similarly, ensuite study bedroom. So you've got your own bedroom, your own bathroom, but you'll share the kitchen space with other Into students. Again, we've got another 24-hour security, laundry facility, outdoor courtyard and games area. And you've got support from Into staff as well. So just as a summary, really, if you're looking to study City University of London, it is a fantastic university based in central London, and we really champion international student employability. We've got a world-leading business school with the UK's highest graduate salaries, a fantastic law school ranked in the world top 75, and with, great alumni and notable world leaders there as well. We've got sustainability-focused engineering degrees to find solutions to our problems, as well as sustainability-focused modules as part of your degrees. And we've got an innovative computer science degrees with the option of doing the professional pathway scheme, where you're able to combine 2 years of study with 2 years of work placement. And in terms of Into City, you've obviously got a dedicated preparation program, so you'll feel confident in studying, a foundation program that prepares you really for your time at City University of London. And that is the end of the presentation. I hope that gives you a little bit of an overview of what you can expect if you decide to study at City, but also what you can expect, obviously, moving to London. And like I say, there's plenty of staff on hand. If you do decide, then I'll be a familiar face by the time you probably start. And there's a great dedicated team on hand. But that is the end of my presentation.
Thank you, Hamda. Thank you for all this information that is so important for all the people that wants to have high quality education in the UK. And yes, we have some questions, please. Hamda, could you tell us about the different intakes that are available, please?
Yes, so typically most students join us on the September intake, and we've got around just over 200 students on the September, and that is from September to June. And then you'd be starting your degree in that following September, so you'd have a long summer break. Otherwise, we've got the January intake, and that goes from January to August, but you will also be starting your degree in September. The main difference being you'd have a much shorter summer break. So you'd do January to August, you get, I think, about 2 weeks, if that, as a summer break, and then you'd return in September for the start of your studies at City University. We do have a accelerated March program, and that is a shorter term program. It's about 6 months from March to August, and that is only available for business, but you will need higher requirements. So we expect students to come in on a higher IELTS. Obviously, it is academically more vigorous. So for students that are looking to have almost a fast-tracked, business course, then that is the option. That is a much smaller group as well. And then finally, we've got a April start, but just for pre-masters only. So if there's anyone looking to do a pre-masters program, then we've got an April start date. But typically speaking, our undergraduate students foundation, we've got September or January. Those are the big sort of main intakes.
Thank you, Hamda. And there is another question, please. This is about the English requirements. Which other tests besides IELTS are accepted by Into City University of London?
So I know for visa purposes, students have to do the UKVI IELTS. I will have to double check, I think, with exactly English language requirements. Most students do come in with pretty much the UKVI IELTS, and that is sufficient for your foundation course.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. And Hamda, could you please tell us a little bit about how much time a student needs to invest during the week for the classes and his studies?
So that's a good question. We tell students, you might not have sort of 40 hours of contact time, but it's expected that you put in 40 hours essentially as combined total time towards your studies. So you'll probably have about 20 hours of contact time with your teachers and sort of in center, and even that varies. There's obviously lesson time, but there might be extra one-to-one time, group time that's in your timetable, extra support classes if a student is struggling, and we run extra maths lessons for students who might be at risk, and we expect all students to attend. So it really does also depend on the student's timetable. One student might have 18 hours contact time, and another might have, because of extra class, in the 20s. But again, we expect as a combined total package, students are putting towards around 40 hours a week. That works out to be Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 towards their study. In terms of, lesson time, that is Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, but you might start lesson at 11 and have, a break from 9 to 11. But, we expect obviously students to be working towards different assignments and sort of homework projects that the teacher will be setting in that time.
Thank you, Hamda. Thank you. And could you please talk about the English requirements for the students to access to INTO?
So it does depend on the course. Typically, IELTS score would be looking at a 5. But again, it depends. Humanities and law would be expected to come in at a higher, around a 6.0. Those on the accelerated business code would also be expected to come at slightly higher IELTS at about 6.0 as well. It also depends on the sub skills, and sort of you might have higher, again, for the humanities and writing based courses, have higher IELTS at 5.5 in the writing as well. So it does slightly vary, but on average, to do the foundation course, we'd be looking at between 5 and 6s for between all the foundation courses.
Oh, thank you, Hamda. Thank you. I think it is really important to know all this. As you said before, there are also scholarships available. So
Yes.
It is important to take it on account.
Absolutely. And in terms of, for our top achieving students, so by the end of the foundation year, for those students who, perform exceptionally well, City University offer £3,000 scholarship, and that's automatic. So, is motivation enough for students to look into doing well in their studies and being the top performing students, because, there is a sort of incentive for that. But, if they are interested in studying now at the foundation level, then you've got up to £4,000. But that's something obviously that, you'll be able to reach out with our INTO colleagues based in the region, and they'd be able to support with that.
Thank you, Hamda. Thank you for all of this information. And I want to tell to the students that if you are looking for high quality higher education programs, INTO City University of London is the option for you. Contact us and start your application today. Our team is happy to help you and give you all the necessary guidance. Hamda, thank you for your time. We appreciate your explanation to our students of the advantages of studying at INTO City University of London.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Yes, I hope this was an informative session. It really is a lovely university and a lovely city, so I do hope a few of you do consider this as an option. But yes, thank you for having me today.
No, thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you, everybody, for joining us and for participating, and we will see you again soon. Thank you, Hamda. Bye.
Bye.